I forgot.
You forgot whose channel you were on?
No. I just forgot that the alphabetical order was like, because I also appreciate a good alphabetical order.
Yeah.
I'm watching because I know that sound is about to be real loud. See? Caught me. Hi. I'm Ashley B. Pedigo. I am a writer for children and adults. I stream productivity sprints over on Twitch. And I have too many projects going that you can go look at over on Instagram. Currently, just looking at my desk. I'm working on another pair of socks. This one isn't mine, which is why they're not a fun color. Yeah.
I was going to say, I was like, are you okay? Is your emotional mood?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just like my husband, and my husband was like, can you not do the polka dot pattern for me? Because that was what I wanted to work on. And so I'm going to do these really fast, and then I'm moving on to a sweater and some polka dot ones in some really wild colors.
I have so my friends did Secret Santa.
Ooh.
And I ended up hanging out with my friend on the day they were exchanging gifts, and one of the friends didn't show up. So there was just a blank present there. And it turned out that the gift for this person ended up being a bunch of socks. I'm in college, so specifically frat boy socks. So we just divided them out to everyone. So everyone got to go home with a nice pair of frat boy socks.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that.
And speaking of which, my name is Charlie, and I make videos about writing and journaling on my channel. Yep. Short and sweet, to the point.
I like it.
I was going to say like you, but I don't want to comment or assume anything about your height.
Oh, about my height?
Yeah. Because you said short and sweet.
Short and
I was
sweet.
going to be like, and you too, but then that would be implying that you're short, and I don't know if that's accurate.
I don't know. Do I look short? I'm so bad with guessing people's height.
I'm also really bad at guessing people's heights, but like I don't know an Asian person who's not short, so I'm like,
you know what? I had it. So after doing Zoom like online classes, I walked into my in-person class for the first time and walked straight back out because I was like, I have never seen any of these people in my life. And then because I was 5 minutes late because of the bus, and there was a bunch of other people that were on the bus in the same class as me. So we all stood out there in the hallway. And then the teacher opened up the door and was like, are you guys coming into this class? And we're like, oh, is this class? And he was like, yes. And I saw you online, but he was not who I thought. Like, he looked so different from online. He was a lot shorter than I expected.
I had a teacher when my grad school was still Zoom only, and then also like it was hybrid, but like I was only doing Zoom because I was living with my mom and didn't want to bring anything home. And then I had him this past year when it was all had to be in person, and I like wasn't seeing the bottom of his face, and it was like, I know what you look like because of Zoom, but it's so weird. But the other way around, I can imagine is like even weirder.
Especially if they have their camera at a weird angle. Like some people will hold the camera on their belly, so you just see their double chin.
Yeah, my classmates sometimes do that, and I'm like, you just turn your camera off.
But then in real life, then you're like, oh, where's the double chin? And then you just realize that you're just seeing them at a different angle.
I don't know how many people I've seen, especially my brother, where I'll butt down him on accident and he'll answer while lying down, and all I see is like chins, and I'm like, bro.
That's why they don't do
mugs on Snapchat when it's like that awful angle, and I'm like, why?
I had something happen on Twitch the other day, but I was looking down, so I took a video of it and I saw this and I almost was like, I don't want to I don't want to keep that video anymore. It's like a really cool moment, but I don't want to keep it because I get oh no. But then I kept it because it was genuine reaction that was very funny.
Grayson, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I had to put my phone down because I was actually messaging Kelly. And as I was talking to her, I almost snorted into myself. But I stopped myself because I'm like, the camera's on me.
I mean, you could snort. That would be totally fine.
So it's like, that would have came right out my nose and I would have cried right there. What to do, everybody? My name is Grayson Wild and I write with pride. I like diving into fantasies and warm mugs of coffee. Today I'm going to be working on my fantasy and moving some stuff from my Notion to my plotter and vice versa because I'm trying to get my stuff synced together. And by doing that, I found 2 projects I didn't realize I was working on. So I'm staring at them like, when did I do these? Because I did mock covers for them and everything. I'm like, oh, these covers are pretty. Oh, I did these. When did I do these? What are these about? I didn't fill anything out.
I
cool.
love like the preview or get info like on files for Mac because it'll tell you when a file was created and I'll be like, oh, still have no recollection of doing the thing, but there is a record.
I didn't put anything down. I didn't put like, hey, what genre is this? Any kind of keywords? Nothing. I just made a mock cover, threw in like a project title, and left it there. I'm staring at it like, what are these? What are these for? Pretty covers, I guess, but what are they? Okay, so now I'm just staring at them like, what do I do with these?
So it's a message in a bottle from your past self, but you don't know what it is. I'm looking at the chat. I think everyone knows who I am. Yes, everyone knows who I am. I already put people's comments up on screen. My mom recently realized that she has not been feeding Riley enough.
Oh no.
So we switched her diet again. And now Riley has stopped begging every 5 seconds. And now it's like every 30 seconds, which used to be her normal. Because her stomach is just a black hole. And dogs are very food motivated. Hey.
Hello.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
What's up, everyone? I am Savion Taylor, public speaker, college student, and contemporary writer. I make videos here on the YouTubes about my life journey through writing, faith, and being autistic. If you're a part of the AuthorTube, you also probably know me as Cookie King.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started on the first sprint. I actually ate dinner during that, so now I can get to work.
Sorry. I kept you talking all during your dinner time. I'm so sorry.
No, it was fine. I mean,
it was nice to hang out. We don't get to hang out very much.
I know, we never get to hang out, so it was nice. And it was just a burger, so it's not like it wasn't anything fancy, but it did hit the spot.
Yeah.
Forest room, gotta do that. I'm like, there's something I had to do first before I can put the timer up on screen.
I'm ready.
It feels like I haven't streamed in forever, which I know is not true. But
no, you were streaming on Sunday morning, right?
Yeah,
I was there with the Cookie King and Barrett. I was in the chat.
Yeah. We were just here Sunday.
Yeah.
And you're going to be with me on Sunday, Ashley.
The next Sunday, right?
Yeah. No, not Mother's
I was going to say.
No.
It's Mother's Day.
Yeah, no.
I am.
Yeah, no. You're not this Sunday. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Zara ate a whole burger.
Michael.
So fast.
I used to be such a slow eater, not because I was chatting and stuff, but just like I was a slow eater. And then I don't know. I think because I now like eat while I'm working, like I either eat super fast because I'm like, okay, here's my break from work, and I just plow through it and then get back to work without really taking a break, or I'm eating it while doing stuff, and I've just gotten faster at it. I didn't eat a whole burger just from 8 o'clock to 8:11. I ate it like, maybe 7:50 to 8:10.
When you have a dog and they have something they're not supposed to have, and you go, "What do you have?" and they start eating it faster or trying to run.
Yeah,
it's the same with children.
That's it, children. I feel like a quiet puppy or a quiet child, when you can't see them, is suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always like, you need to go into the other room, but you don't want to run because then they'll hear you running and might run away from you. I think it's like, no.
My and I feel bad for her now, but my partner will catch me in the weirdest areas. Like I'll be in the kitchen, like instead of walking with my bowl to the office and sitting down, I'm sitting in the kitchen in the doorway, like scarfing down the food real fast. She's like, "You can sit down. No one's taking your bowl from you. Why are you eating that fast?" I'm like, "I have no clue. I have no reason."
I will sometimes so stupid. But like if I make myself dinner, normally I'm too lazy to like put it on a plate because I'm like, it's already in a pan. It's already in a pot. Like maybe half of it was in a pan and half was in a pot. So I just combine it all into one. And it's like, yes, I'll have to clean both, but now I don't have to also clean a plate. But sometimes I'm just so impatient to eat that I don't take it to my coffee table or my dining room table. I'm just standing over the stove. Like I've turned off the stove, but I'm standing at my stove, eating out of whatever I made the food in. I'm like, why am I like this? I don't have to be like this.
But I understand that because why dirty a plate when you have a perfectly good pot there?
Or, yeah, no, that makes sense. But why am I standing when I have like a couch, a chair? I could even sit on my carpet. Like I don't have to be standing and eating like a horse.
You don't want to have to clean the table. That's what it is. You don't want to have to wipe down the table. Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about the table.
Yeah,
I am sure.
Sorry, I got excited about the sweets.
So Kelly was telling me, and I was like, yeah, my mom used to find my flashlight hidden under my pillow and like a ton of Tootsie Roll wrappers and like whatever book I'd been reading, like because I'd be up late reading and I'd have my blanket like over, and so I'd have the flashlight, be eating the Tootsie Rolls and reading, and I'm like, that sounds like, I'm surprised I didn't get more paper cuts now that I think back to it, but it's like that was my scenario. So my mom always laughs when I'm like talking about Tootsie Rolls.
I don't want to tell on my kids, but one of them does exactly that, down to the Tootsie Roll.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm. You have to go in every couple days and just like put it on the wrappers.
What my mom started doing was that she hung like a plastic bag outside my door so that I could dump all them in the morning. She'd be like, "I know you're doing it anyway." Like.
Let's just be honest with each other and at least have you clean it up. Instead.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I was
somewhere with my mom, and and this is like recently, like this is maybe 2 weeks ago. For people who don't know, I'm 25. And I was about to hand my mom a piece of trash. And then I caught myself and she's like, "You were about to hand me trash, weren't you?" I was like, "I'm sorry, you're my mom. You will always be my mom."
Oh, the number of times where I've had to say,
I don't always, and you always have space for my trash in your purse.
The number of times I've had to go, "I am not a trash can."
My mom used to say that too, and then I think she just gave up because she'd be like, she'd be the one offering me gum or a cough drop. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't have been producing trash if it weren't for her offering me stuff. So I think she would just be like, "Give it to me."
That's so funny.
Well, I'm sorry Logan had issues at work. That sucks. I would say you could tell me about it tomorrow, but I'm spending all weekend with family, with 2 different parts of the family for Mother's Day. So
that'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
I forgot.
Lots of pets on both days, so that's fun too.
We're doing something outdoors in dirty clothes. I don't know what that means. I've been
Campbell?
told. Huh?
Look, as long as you're not like out in the pouring rain without anything protecting you, I'm happy for you to be outside and like getting fresh air and having fun with your family. But if you're like, oh yeah, we're doing mud wrestling, I'd be like, in the rain.
I would love it if it rained. That sounds still, yeah, no rain down here. So,
Oh, right. We just had this conversation. No, because it's super rainy and windy today and all weekend, and I'm just I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh no, it's gonna be like 100. It'll be fine.
Oy.
Yeah, it's gonna be early morning, so hopefully it won't be too warm. Just nope, just shaking your head. No, not 100, not your thing. Not my thing either.
With weather, I am happy if it's like 55 to 85, 90's pushing it.
Oh wow.
100, yeah. Yeah, it gets hot here. We've already had a 96-degree day, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, had that in April. It's like, this is terrible.
You're like, can't wait for June and July and August.
Fun. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Okay, let's start this sprint before we get past my weather. And thinking grass is always greener. So in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. Puppy on screen. Puppy on screen. Say hi, Red. You had it back. I'm gonna just put it out there. I got nothing done except listen to my episode on making money making art. Because Ashley told me that it finally went live yesterday. How did everyone else do?
I got nothing done either because I was texting my mom.
Hi, Mom. I'm working on a synopsis, which means I'm going back and forth from like a Pinterest board and a Spotify playlist every time I get stuck. So if you saw me jamming, it was work-related jamming.
Of course.
Yeah.
It
The
wouldn't
other
be
times
anything-
were not, but this time was.
Oh.
Yeah. Usually I'm just jamming for the fun of it, but today it was working.
Nice. I was listening to an audiobook, so I wasn't working either.
Which one?
It's called The Keeper of Night, which is about the Grim Reaper who travels to Japan to become a Japanese Grim Reaper, which has a specific name to it, but I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce it because I don't want to butcher it.
But that's cool that there's like a different
like
type
that.
of Grim Reaper per culture.
Yeah.
It's not just there's one Grim Reaper or multiple or whatever, but like it's basically the same entity and they're all known by different things from different cultures, but they're actually different.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because it also explores a lot of the mythology, Japanese mythology. So,
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a duology?
is it? It could be.
The one by Kylie Lee Baker?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
I do that thing where I go onto my library app and I just download everything that's available to me. So it's not like I researched before.
Again?
I like it. I'm sorry?
Can you say the title again?
The Keeper of Night.
Okay.
Yeah, and while I was listening to my audiobook, actually, okay, maybe I was a tiny bit productive. I decided to go on Canva and make a thumbnail for an upcoming video that I was supposed to upload today, but didn't because I didn't have a thumbnail. And then I realized I got distracted again because I realized that maybe there's a chance that I uploaded a thumbnail for a video that I made like a couple months ago wrong.
Oh,
Like when you realize you have 2 A's instead of 1, that type of thing.
that's so frustrating.
Yep. And then the timer ran out. So we'll figure it out next.
By the way, Shinigami is how you pronounce that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. See, I
And
never
what's really funny is that I marked this as to read on like yesterday.
Ooh.
And
Hey.
I was like, why does that name sound so familiar to me? And the answer is because I saw it yesterday.
It's good.
Lovely start to the end of Act 1.
Have a good night to you and Luna and your other baby.
Lucy.
And Logan. Lucy and Logan. Yes.
Kelly's the only non-L.
Oh, that's horrible. She's going to have to change her name now.
I know. Not
I
even her middle name is an L.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I worked on a CCW, which is a project for the fall for the Cookie Kingdom. And so I've been working on that.
Nice.
Cool. So I protest Goodreads just because I absolutely hate the UI and I want like people to use a website that actually looks nice. So Book Price is what I use to track my reading. So this is the book that Charlie was listening to, but if you want to like mark it as to read, and you can import your Goodreads history onto it. So
That's helpful.
I know people were using the story graph. Like Kate Kavanaugh was doing it, but you have to pay for that one. And I was like,
oh no,
I like reading, but I'd rather be spending my money on books, not having to pay to track my books.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I use good old-fashioned paper and pen, if I'm being honest. So
this is the first year that I've tried using something, and it was Goodreads because I already had an account, but I also don't love it. So maybe I will switch over to Book Hype.
This is it's just so much better. They also have they have a section. I don't know if it's just because I said they like YA that's what they show me. But they'll be like forthcoming YA, recently released YA, and then they'll say recently concluded series, which is always really cool. And then they have a section for like special edition. So any special edition that's like in a box or a subscription or something else, they'll be like, here's a super pretty cover.
Oh,
that's super cool.
I think I'm going to start liking this website, though. Shadow of the Fox just came up. I have no idea what this is about, but it looks nice. Fancy.
I have that one.
Recommendations, and their tags are like crazy. Sometimes they're like really in the weeds, and I'm like, good on you for having this as a tag. But they're also run by one person, so sometimes they don't have a book description up for something. So if you tweet at them or like email them and you're like, hey, like there's no book description on here, they'll be like, oh, we're so sorry, and they'll like fix it in like 72 hours.
Awesome.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Not sponsored. Not that there was a way that they could sponsor me because you need part of this, but like I just love their site so much.
You need to become an ambassador.
Yeah.
Every time I stream with Zara, she tries to convince me to switch to a new, better website.
I know.
And she's not not wrong. but it involves switching. But this one already imports the thing.
It does.
So maybe this is one I can actually switch to.
Yes, it does.
Haha.
And it also, like the other one, like Goodreads, it lets you mark that you've read a book multiple times, like at different dates. But it lets you rate it each time you've read it versus Goodreads, where it's like once you rate it, you're changing that one rating. But you can rate a book different ways, different times you've read it, if you like change your mind or something.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
So clearly someone like Shadow of the Fox.
Hey. I have it on my shelf over there.
If it's about fox spirits, I'm probably not going to read it for like 5 years because I have a fox spirit story idea. And whenever I have a story idea and I know that other books exist like it, I'm like, I'm not going to read it until mine's done because I don't want to accidentally take from anything.
Oh, wait, but is the second book out? Do I have to wait for the third book to come out?
For Shadow of the Fox? I don't know.
Yeah. It's my oh no, it looks like it's out. Okay.
I think they're out.
I have this nightmare where like I find a book that it looks really interesting and I read it and then I have to wait 2 years.
Well, what's even worse is the fear that what if this series what if the series gets canceled and you never get the end?
Yes. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite series. It was so good. And there's 3 books and it's a trilogy, right? And for the longest time, I could not find the third book and I was so disappointed. But I realized that the third book was published as an indie publication. So it's not
a series.
But it's a series. So the first 2 were traditionally published. So they're out. They've been like promoted. But the third book was indie published, so it's not on everything. I can only find it on.
What's the series or the author?
It was called The Dragon's Course or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't finished it, but one day I'm going to finish it because I love that series so much.
I mean, I don't know if you know, like Joan He. She wrote Descendant of the Crane, and such a good book. Clearly the start of a series. Tons of drama with her publisher, which has since gotten resolved, but I think one of the conditions was that she had to remove her Instagram post talking about all the drama with her publisher. She's now at a different publisher. They changed the cover to one that I don't like as much as the original, but understandably, like they had to change it. And I'm like, okay, great. Where's the second book? I don't know if we're ever going to get one.
Is this the person who also published the ones we were meant to find? Is that right or no?
Yes. Yeah, the one
because I remember that happening.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait.
See,
Yes, Michael. Talking about Veronica Mars. That was the worst ending to a series. And then we got that movie. It made me so mad.
but everyone wanted the movie.
I did want the movie. They were never going to make it what I wanted it to be. So, like, there was no winning.
I tried reading the Buffy comics that like take place after the show ended, and I was just like, nope. And I like watched a few episodes of Angel, and I was still like, I mean, like I you know, Spike Angel, you're great. You know, I can't remember the name of the mean girl who like then became not a mean girl and eventually joined the Scooby Gang. Can't remember her character's name. But it's like, come on.
She's in Veronica Mars.
Yeah. It's like,
She's the Kendall from. I remember watching Veronica Mars was one of the few shows that I watched live on television and didn't like just miss until Netflix was a thing. And I remember very specifically, it was season 1. There's a moment where Duncan is talking to his dad, and he says, like, there's this big secret that they've been waiting to be revealed. And his dad goes, "You want to know the truth? I'll tell you the truth." And then just at that moment, we had a tornado warning that showed up. And so
so you missed it.
Weather alert. This is your first action weather alert. Just letting you know that a tornado warning is now in effect for your area. Here's what you need to do to stay covered. Please turn the TV up for as long as you have power. You should be able to hear our report, and we'll be reporting. Here's where you need to be. And anyway, this has been your weather report, first action weather report, and we will let you get back to your show. It goes away, and then, no joke, the dad goes, "And now you know the truth."
Oh, that's awful.
Oh my god!
Like, I've never realized that I was like, oh, this is a soap opera, until that moment when the first "and now you know the truth." Oh, I still love it. I'm gonna watch every episode, but I didn't know the truth until I got it on DVD.
But at least you finally learned it.
I did. It didn't help or hurt my enjoyment of the series knowing the secret.
That's not great writing then. If it didn't affect the rest of your
He just never brought it up again. I thought it was weird.
That's not good writing.
That well, I don't want to give it away if you haven't watched Veronica Mars. I don't want to be the anti
I haven't watched it.
Oh, well, then I can't tell you.
Yeah.
The thing that I thought was so weird. But the beginning of season 2 really threw me for a loop. It's like, how is this a thing? Why would you do that? That's weird.
Okay, can I talk about things throwing me for a loop?
Yes.
Any singing episode that's not Glee of a TV show. I don't care how good the singing is. They did it in. They have some good singers in Riverdale, which is a shit show, but they've done some good covers. The same showrunner did Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
I was going to say, what about Sabrina?
Right. They covered a song from Spring Awakening, which is a show that my friend produced, and they did a song from it. And I was like, okay, at least this song makes sense versus you singing the lullaby from Peter Pan, the musical, like you did in the previous season in a very, very weird context. But it still makes my ears bleed compared to like what I know the Broadway version is, or like even off Broadway and like things like that. And I was like, no, they sang well. I was like, they sang okay. Let's be honest. They sang okay. And I just don't like it. And then even when they like make it as part of the story. So what like about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Once More with Feeling, there's a curse, so they have to do it. And then in Lucifer, there, something happens and everyone's singing, and I'm like,
what about Scrubs? The Scrubs
I
musical
never watched
episode.
Scrubs.
The Scrubs
And
musical. I'm
in
sorry.
Lucifer, I'm sorry. In Lucifer, it was God doing it. God was making everybody sing.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, I liked the Scrubs musical episode because the songs were funny, and they did a good job of like the joke was funny. And oh, what is her name from Avenue Q? Kate. Kate from Avenue Q is in it. Just she's the patient, and I thought that was fun because I was like, I know that voice.
Also, How I Met Your Mother did one, and like,
oh, did they?
Most of it I like wasn't a fan of, but Neil Patrick Harris can do no wrong, so I was like, sure, I'll let you sing a really funny, pointless song about suits as Barney Stinson. I was like, I can get on board with that.
I completely forgot they did a musical episode.
Yeah. It's just a musical episode whenever they're like, oh, we've been like doing lots of rehearsals for the musical episode and like their promo for whatever season it's coming up in. And I'm like, oh, hell. It's like, I like this show, so I'll suffer through it. But oh my God.
Oh no.
Okay, with that, we're going to start our next sprint. In 3, come on. Show me the play button. There we go. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How did everyone do? Also, Nia, when you're giving your update, also please introduce yourself. So, Ashley, you're first. How'd you do?
I had a great time. Charlie.
What?
Your turn. That's my update. I had fun.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I tried to make my character more likable by hugging my owl. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my brain is like not computing. You hugged your owl to make your character more likable, or you had your character hug an owl in your story? Or
this is my owl.
I love it.
And it is the perfect length, the perfect height for my headrest. So it's my headrest. My character is very unlikable because she's a villain. So I'm trying to make her more likable and relatable.
I like it.
I used a League of Legends avatar creator for my character profiles because I needed something visual for them.
That's cool.
Who is playing piano?
That's my daughter. She's picking out the theme to The Hobbit.
Oh, so talented.
I could tell.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah. You want me to go next, Sarah? I'm on next. Hi, I'm Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. And I just finished doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I finally get a chance to get into my office, and I was like, oh, look, a pop-up print.
Is this a new angle for you?
Yeah, since I moved into the office, I have it so I can do different angles, so I just try them out and see how I like them for various things. Yeah.
I like it.
I especially love this room tour that we get every time you stream. It's like a whole new world.
I'm having fun with it, and then I've been decorating a little bit. So I've got some more things hanging up on the walls. So it's like every time it's like something either comes down or gets put up.
Your wrist.
Yeah, so I've been this for a couple weeks. I actually wasn't typing or drawing. I also am a fitness instructor, so I do a lot of stuff with weights. And one day I was doing and when I went back down to do like that, and my wrist said no, and the weight dropped, and I was like, okay, we're gonna take a break. So I'm not supposed to be drawing for 6 weeks, but I cheated. I'm no weights either. So the only thing I'm doing is typing. So I can still do camp piano and all that stuff. But most everything, like even when I go to bake, I'm like, I'm so right-handed. I'm like,
oh no.
So the good thing is my kids have learned how to fix more things, cook more things. So that's good. Because they're like, we won. And I'm like, I can't stir. I'm so bad with my left hand. I'm like, how did this happen?
Like they're learning out of necessity, not because they want to grow up, but because mom can't do it.
Mom can't do it. Exactly. Oh, it's hard.
So, little break. And this is the looser brace. I have the other one. It's super stiff. And I'm like, oh, it's so annoying. But I know it's what I need. But I can literally hear it going pop, pop, pop. I'm like, this is not good. Yeah. So that's me. I don't get to draw unless I cheat.
Oh no.
And I did, and I put it on my Kofi. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna draw and cheat and hurt myself.
You know, when I bully you all into posting stuff on your Kofi, I don't mean at the risk or like sacrifice.
But I'm like, what is worth putting on? That is definitely worth putting on there. So it is there. But I only gave myself 30 minutes. I'm like, whatever I get done in 30 minutes, that's it. And I'm like, cut myself off. And then I use my hands a lot when I talk. So I'm always like, down here.
This is your chance to be ambidextrous.
It's not working. I still type like tap. It's so bad. It's ridiculous. Savion.
I used this time to finish my tasks for CCW, and prepare to make the announcement for CCW.
Nia, I don't think you actually like gave your intro.
Okay, I'll do an intro. I'm Nia, the Vixen of Fiction, here on YouTube. I'm also occasionally on Twitch and on Instagram. I post local sports and reels. I posted one today, so you can check that out. I actually posted one with him and his foster sister today. So you get to see a little clip of them playing. And I host AuthorTubers React, which we record once a month. If you ever want to join, just message me. I also co-host with Sarah Cahill and Candra Author. We do a writer's wrap-up at the end of the month. Last day of the month, usually we're at between the 3:30 and 4:30 Eastern hour. If you ever want to join for that, just message one of us and let us know. And the one I also love very much, Scripting the Book. People have told me that they want to be on, and April was a blur. I had foster puppies. My wrist was messed up. I don't remember who you are, but if you said you wanted to join for Twilight or The Devil Wears Prada, and I know 3 people.
I said I wanted to do both.
Okay, so that's one. I wrote them. I put the notes somewhere, and I think I didn't save the notes. So I'm like,
oh, that sucks.
I'm like, who was it? I know. Twilight, The Devil Wears Prada, and Sanditon are the ones that are coming up. If you want to join for any of those, message me and I will let you know the dates. And they're on Sundays at 12. If you would like to join for any of those. And I write historical fiction, sci-fi, and all kinds of genre hopping stuff. I like to mix it up. That is me.
There we go. I want to give everyone their spotlight, not just like what you did during the sprint, but also this is me. This is my little spiel. Because this is a pop-up, I don't have anyone's URLs in the description, but after this live stream ends, I will put everyone's Ko-fi links. And then I think Barrett said that you can now tag it. If you can tag a YouTube channel, you can tag any YouTube channel. So I will be tagging all your YouTube channels as well. So it won't only be Ko-fi anymore, but it's basically Ko-fi. That's what people should be calling.
So Ko-fi and your YouTube @ that's what you
got.
Yeah.
Yes. I need to figure out if that. I hope that doesn't only work though if people have a custom URL.
Yeah, I tried it with somebody and it didn't work, but I think I tried it on one of my videos with your name, Sarah, and it worked. So I didn't know if it was because you had to have over a certain number of subs or what it was. But I was
so Barrett said that it's now no longer the other channel needs a minimum number of subs. And if you typed in my name, my URL is /Zara Hoffman AuthorTube, but I know my channel just shows up as Zara Hoffman. So maybe it's just the channel name. I'm hoping.
Interesting.
We'll find out. It's a learning experience. Or I'll just bother Barrett and be like, you're probably already asleep, but yeah, so let me start the next forest room.
And I'm gonna hop in this time.
Woo! I'm having to count, or not like me individually, because that would be crazy, but I'm having to compile all of my tweets across my different accounts to count them for my graph that I make tomorrow.
For the Milwaukee?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually aiming for Milwaukee, but it's just tracking all my words throughout the entire year. Also, we are definitely not still on the second sprint. Sorry, everyone. Please subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already, and then we will do our next sprint once people get in the forest room, which will happen after I post the code.
Oh, and Michael, yes, I will send you the date for the next one. I'm going to double check because I just got the notification very late for the Writer-thon So it's already done. They already had the video. They already did the live stream for the write-a-thon. Notifications on YouTube is great. So I'm gonna double check the dates.
I still think they're better. I still think they're better than Twitch.
Yeah. Because I missed Kate's today. Well, I went to my daughter had an appointment, and then I came back on, and I know I hit following because I click on following, nothing. And an hour later, I just refreshed the following, and she had already done. I'm like, why? I literally hit the follow. I'm like, you know what? It just wasn't meant to be. I got to catch Michael's stream, but I only got Michael's stream because he messaged me.
Oh.
So I'm like, they're streaming today. I think I got somebody's this very first thing this morning. But I'm like, what is wrong with my notifications? Why?
Oh,
I cannot trust my YouTube notifications because I never get them. So I always have to go into like all the playlists because there's playlists for everything. And then also my subscriptions and everything like that to find out who's live, because it also just won't show it if I'm in the explore page. Like you would think that people would show up live there, but no one shows up live.
It shows me some of the most random stuff, and I'm like, I'm not even following these people. Why are you telling me that they're live?
Yep.
I don't even know what this is.
Okay, that is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I do watch like a lot of like home improvement videos and stuff like that, but they will just show me like, hey, this person's live. I'm like, I know I watch like house hunting and home videos and stuff like that, but I've never followed this person. Meanwhile, someone that I actually am following is live, and you're not putting that on my page, but that's okay.
It's like, I see how it is.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I see if I have my subs on the side, I'll see that they're on YouTube, so I'll click on them just to see if they're actually live.
You know what always works? When people post the live streams for the month, I go through the account and then I write it all in my agenda.
I should do that.
If someone says that they're going live, I go to their YouTube channel, I grab the link and put it in my iCalendar. So not only do I know the time and place, but I can just like click and find, and the link is there and it's done.
I like all of this. I'm going to have to do more things.
Like it's kind of a pain in the butt to do, but that way I don't miss the streams that I want to. I mean, there are times where like I have something in my calendar and I'm like, I'll open them and then I'm just working, so I don't even remember to comment in the stream, or I thought I could make it and then something came up. So like, yes, while it was in my calendar and I wouldn't have forgotten it, I couldn't end up making it.
Yeah, I've had 3 times this week where the notification pops up so late that I go into their stream and they're like, "We're done."
Yes,
I'm like,
that has happened to me recently. Actually, I think I was in one with you where I was like, "Hi," and they were like, "Goodbye."
They're like, "Bye, you guys." We're like, "Let's got the notification."
That's so rude.
Yeah, it's like they've been streaming for like an hour and a half or almost 2 hours. They're like, "We're done." I'm like, "Oh."
Okay, we're gonna start this sprint.
Did I get in the room? I didn't see the thing.
No. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Foxtrot Bravo Papa 7-2 Tango Sierra Golf.
Ooh, this tree's pretty.
Yeah, it's a ginkgo, which in real life stinks. It smells so bad. There are ginkgos like planted all around New York City. Ugh, I hate this.
It's all for the aesthetic and to keep people away.
Man. Anyway. Why does it not show me the play button on my own video? Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How did everyone do? My mouse isn't working, so that's fun.
Are you waiting for me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm
like,
sorry.
do we go out of turn?
I don't know what's happening. That's my bad. Okay. I got about 400 words on this synopsis, and I think I know where the end is, which is really exciting because I had this idea back in November 2020, and I haven't been able to crack the synopsis so that I can write it. It has taken that long. This is probably the 6th time I've tried and been like, I can't even write the synopsis. How am I going to write this book? So I know how it's going to end now, and I'm just pushing through now. Very exciting.
Yay.
That is great.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I don't know what is playing, but I have too many tabs open, and all of a sudden, something happened. My bad.
I can never write a synopsis before my actual story because I feel like I've written the book then.
Sarah Sutton feels that way.
I heard people are like that. I'm like, I have like 90 million synopsises. What are you talking about?
So Sarah Sutton used to outline like her books chapter by chapter, but very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
And she stopped doing that because she felt like she had told herself the story, and so was no longer interested in she was interested in telling the story, but she would feel like, I already did it. I don't really want to.
Not as exciting. Yeah.
Right. So I understand that. I do outline, and I'm pretty much like, this happens and this happens and this happens, but I don't write any like type of something that could be copy and pasted into a scene like some people do. But what I do before I start writing the book, the first thing that I do is I write like the book description that'll be on the back of the book.
Oh,
I tried writing one of those, but to me that's the same. I know they're not, but to me that's the same as a synopsis. So I've written it, and then I sit down and I write something totally different, so I can no longer use my brief description.
So like for me, the book description is helpful because it's like the main story. So I know how to stay focused, but it also doesn't give any details. So I don't feel like I've written the story already. It's like, here's the promise of the premise. Now you have to deliver on it. So get writing.
I do a synopsis because I want to know that I can get to the end. Like I want to know kind of where the end is, but I also do it because it's cut down on the number of drafts that I do, because I used to not do a synopsis. But now because I would get to the end of the 0 draft and I'd be like, well, I have to rewrite it. And then I get to the end of the 1st draft and go, well, I got to rewrite it. So now I do the synopsis and I've already rewritten it once. So my 0 draft is a rewrite, and it's very different. Or it's all the middle parts are different, but the beginning and the midpoint and the end are the same, but the way we get there is different, and it cuts down on the number of drafts. If you need to go potty, then you can go. It's okay. Let me go to my potty. Okay.
My outlining is
I prefer that.
Mama, no, go potty.
Okay. Do you need help?
No, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. It's good to be informed. Oh, you do need help. He does need help. Okay. Goodbye.
But outlining has also helped me cut down on number of drafts. It's allowed me to like write a draft pretty quickly, and then I give it to alpha readers, and then they give me feedback, and then I revise on that. Right. How'd you do?
I almost forgot. I listened to my audiobook again, and then I did a little bit more writing. Yep.
I did some more balancing out discussion in my plotter, and honestly, I started fighting sleep because I forgot. I've been up for 2 days. I've not slept yet in 2 days.
Oh, you need to go?
That's
Huh?
not good.
You need to go.
I'm fine. Like this water has caffeine in it, so I'm like I'm awake. It's
Wait.
just-
No.
I don't think that's what you.
You have the most insane sleep schedule. Like, I don't know anyone else who can stay up for 3 days straight, 2 days straight without sleeping.
I mean, I am resting my body. I will go lay in the bed. I'll bring my iPad with me so I can write. I have my notebooks beside me so I can write. I can write on my phone, and I'll just lay there trying to rest my body. But I can't sleep. I'm like wide awake.
Are you
well,
having some
excuse me.
insomnia?
I have something, yeah.
You're also drinking caffeine super late. Like, that's why I had to stop doing that.
Okay, but caffeine doesn't actually affect me that way. Because of my ADHD, it actually helps me focus. And if I
Oh,
drink enough of it,
Okay.
like coffee, well, this water won't do anything, to be quite honest. Like, if I drunk about, 2 pots of coffee, that's nap time for me. But that has not been working, so.
Well, so caffeine also helps me focus with my ADHD, but if I take it too late in the day, it also ruins my sleep. Also, if I take my ADHD medication too late in the day, that I made that mistake like twice, and I was like, nope, it doesn't work for me. Because then that like keeps me up too.
Yeah.
See, my meds keep me up, but at the same time, I also have bipolar, and those meds make me go down. So they both kind of fight against each other. So my body's like,
Mm.
do I get up and do things, or do I sit down and rest? And I'm like, that doesn't help anything.
Yeah, so I have a mood stabilizer. So I don't have anything that like brings me up or brings me down for like my aside from my ADHD medication, which absolutely brings me up. So
Oh my goodness. Yeah, what Natalie said, the moms are going like, "Oh, are you okay?" We're a little concerned.
I'm sorry.
We just want to know you're okay.
No, I'm good. Like seriously, I've been dealing with this since I was like 14, so this is nothing new. My poor mom will be walking by my room. She'll open the door like to peek in, like make sure I'm okay. She's like, "Why are you awake?" I was like, "I'm not tired." So, I used to do that like way worse when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
well, sometimes I would like have like I would be so tired and like try to go to sleep early, but then I can't go to sleep that early. So then I stay up, like hit a second wind of energy and like can't go to sleep until much, much later or much, much earlier in the morning, depending how you want to cut it. And my mom would be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm just having one of these episodes. Like, I'm not happy, but I will try and get back on track like tomorrow."
Yes. I do have to remember you guys have been dealing with this for a long time. Just because I'm just hearing about it. I
Like
I
I
need
was
to take them down a few
I was
notches.
like, please sleep, but
No, like this, like hearing the keyboard sounds is like it was so comforting. I was like, "Ooh, I like that." Then I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna fall asleep."
Well, that's good. Then maybe you will actually get some sleep after this. So that
I'm
would be
gonna-
nice.
I'm gonna
yeah,
put some
just
keyboard sounds.
pop my timers on, give me the watch time, and you can get some sleep.
Exactly. I'm
Yep.
gonna have it playing on the iPad, just going. I'm like, I'm gonna pass out now, y'all.
Yep. I'm gonna do that when I'm scrolling through like Instagram or something and I close my office door. I'm just gonna play one of Zara's timer. Everybody will think I'm working while I'm scrolling through Instagram.
Well, that's what Ashley was saying. She was like, sometimes I handwrite, but my kids will be like, "Why aren't you working?" if they don't hear typing. So I was like, just play one of my timers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's worked.
Yeah. For the sprint, so I'm working my way through. At first, I had to work on some edits. I did my wrap up, my reading wrap up. I recorded it like beginning of April. Never posted it, so I have to add little notes that saying, "Yeah, this was done a long time ago. I'm a total month behind." I did record it on time, but April was it was a month. So
Look, I wrote a script for a Broadway baby video like 6 months ago, and I have not filmed it.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I still haven't posted my BookTube newbie tag. I'm like, I'm not recording it again. I've recorded a BookTube newbie tag 3 times. I'm already putting BookTube stuff out there. that's getting some views, but I just never newbie tag. And I've liked that at the third time. I'm like, third time the charm. I'm not doing it again. I'm just gonna post it like 6 months later. Just eventually gonna, but I'm not gonna post the first one I did. I'm like, it's terrible. Like things have gotten a lot better, but I need to post it eventually. But I was watching Emmy did an interview, and it reminded me that I actually had this book. And then I was looking, and the guy had another book I didn't know about. So it's about writing comics. So I'm going to reread this one and then jump into reinventing comics. So this is like the first one that he did. So it'll be interesting to see how the changes have happened, because I don't know if I've missed the changes, because, I'm one of those people that was reading comics back since the 80s, and things have changed. So I want to make sure
So is the second book an Amazon Prime order that just arrived, or like you just had it and you just never read it?
No, the second book I just got.
Oh,
So Amazon Prime order probably.
You still don't do Amazon Prime, or very rarely, right? Right, Charlie?
I don't do Amazon Prime.
So good. Yeah, that doesn't work
Amazon
around
period,
here.
or are you still like no?
Pardon?
Do you do Amazon at all, or are you just like no?
Oh, I do Amazon. I just don't do Amazon Prime because that's extra money.
Yeah.
But the shipping is all free.
But it's not really, like, if you do all the math. I had
no, it is for
Amazon
us.
Student
Like
Prime.
everyone's on it.
I had Amazon Student Prime, which was like
Cheaper.
It was cheaper than whatever my mom pays for Prime. But then my mom got the Amazon credit card where it's 5% back on all Amazon purchases. So she's like, just start using my Amazon account. So then when my Student Prime ran out, I was like, yeah, I'm not paying for Prime. Like, my mom has Prime and wants me using her account anyway.
Yep.
Nice.
That's how I told everybody. I don't know, as Jeff Bezos better not be listening, but my kids will have their friends will be like, can you order me something? We're like, sure.
Oh.
So I'm like, we get our money's worth.
Look, I don't think they care like Netflix cares, where it's like no password sharing. It's like, on Amazon, you're making multiple purchases, like very frequently, versus Netflix, where it's, once a month.
I'm not exactly there, and that's why I'm not worried about paying off whatever I have to for Amazon Prime to count. I'm worried about I'm going to spend all my money constantly shopping.
Oh my god!
You do is you make little shopping lists. Like, we all have lists, and just go shopping and just put stuff in your list. Don't buy it. Just
I have lists that are huge.
I do
like
that
the
too.
number of like writing / author business books that have been living in a list, and I'll see it again because Amazon's like recommended, and like my stupid brain is not recognizing that. It's like, you added this to your list. Do you want to buy it? And I'm like, oh, I should add that to the list. And it'll be like, you've already added this. We put it at the top. I'm like, great, so I'm not gonna buy it.
Oh my. You know what? I found this really cool thing the other day. It's a wooden book lamp. So it looks like a book, but then it opens up like a lantern, and it just sits on your desk, and it's all pretty and like.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's like $50 on Amazon.
Oh my goodness!
But it
qualifies for free shipping then.
Yeah,
because that's what we used to do. Is we would put things in our cart, but then we wouldn't check out until we hit the free shipping thing. So we might not make a purchase for a really long time.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get derailed anymore, Savion, how did you do?
Sorry. It's been like 20 minutes.
So I ate dinner.
Ooh,
how was it? What was it?
Lovely. I fixed myself a sub and some Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked. Yeah, just so healthy.
The moms in the leftmost column are like so proud of you. Healthy.
Oh God! And then as I was eating, I looked over the tasks I finished to make sure I didn't screw nothing up. for that task.
Okay.
Now, I was talking to, or I'm gonna say it, but like, we're not friends. I just messaged her on Twitter, but I was talking to EK Johnston because she was like, I think I'm just gonna do cereal for lunch this week, and I was like, that is valid because you're feeding yourself. Good, feeding yourself is good. Cereal at lunchtime. Who made the rules that said cereal is only a breakfast food? Like,
I
good.
saw an Instagram.
Feed yourself.
I saw an Instagram post, and it was like, sometimes I don't remember what it was, but it basically boiled down to like, sometimes the win is feeding yourself, which means it doesn't have to be healthy all the time. Like, if you're at the point where feeding yourself is a win, just take the win. Like, don't think about what it is.
So
and you're getting some nutrition, you're getting some calories in there, and if you're drinking it with milk, you're getting some vitamin D. Take the win. Cereal is food. Just take the win.
So all the Cookie King heard was, if I'm hungry, I can eat cookies and I'm good. That's all I heard in my head.
Approval.
Cookies counts as a meal.
I mean, it does.
Depending on the kind of cookie.
Yeah.
Well, according to Barrett, everything counts as writing. So we can stretch that and be like, everything counts as a meal.
Yeah.
Not everything counts as a healthy meal, but anything can count as a meal.
Yes.
That's my day to day. Because there'll be times I'm sitting there like, did I eat? No. So I'll go to the kitchen, grab something. It's like, just eat it, and I'll go away. Then I'm like, wait, did I eat? And I'll forget like 2 hours later and go back and grab something, and put it in my mouth.
Oh, okay. So
I have done this.
today, my breakfast was a chocolate bar. I skipped lunch, and then my dinner was a burger that I ate during like the first 10-ish minutes of this stream.
I'm really bad with not eating. If I'm hungry and I don't eat, then I become a big grouch and I cannot do anything until I eat.
Yeah. I become grouchy unless I'm doing something. If I'm like engrossed in a project, I will forget food. I will forget drink. I will forget sleep. Like everything goes by. I'm like, I'm in it to win it. And
I'm the same way.
That's true. That's true. When it's essay time, I will straight up spend the day writing my essay, and I will just not do anything else.
Yeah, and people have my family's like, I don't think you ate today. I'm like, I'm busy.
Well, I found out that was a symptom of my ADHD.
I'm not saying that I don't have ADHD. I'm saying I've never been diagnosed, but I have a lot of symptoms, or I have a lot of the things that
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that it is only a symptom of ADHD.
Oh no, I have.
When I was going through the list of things, I was like, oh,
I probably should have been diagnosed when I was a kid, but that wasn't a thing that people did, especially for girls.
For girls.
Yeah, I got diagnosed in October.
Oh God.
Same. I was November actually. I was diagnosed in November. But the way it happened, I was in tears laughing, and I almost had to grab my inhaler because as I was sitting there talking to the therapist, she was like, "Oh, baby, we need to get you tested because you have ADHD." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Oh, honey, you are very much neurodivergent." I'm like, "What?"
So because I was knowing people with ADHD thanks to like AuthorTube, I was like, hold up, I have a lot of these symptoms. So I asked my psychiatrist, and she was like, yeah, it sounds like you might have it, but also like you clearly came up with symptoms to deal with and mask it. So, like, unless it becomes a problem, I'm not putting you on any medicine. And I was like, okay, fair. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be on medicine if I don't need it. And then like a few months passed, I was like, update, I need it. So
yeah, all of the things that like as my kids were going through school and they're like, oh, did you know this and this? And I'm like, no, they just get that from me. That's fine. And they're like, ma'am. But I just coped. I'm like, because I'm like, you can't have all these things and get like, be like the ace, because all of the kids it was just not good when I was a kid. If you had all these things, you were just off in another class and they just didn't not that they didn't have high expectations, they just didn't work with you or they didn't seem like they cared. It just made me very nervous. And I see how things are now and I'm like, you guys, it's so much better, but still needs so much work. Still having brought up
So
kids
much.
now, I'm just like, I see so many things and I'm like, it is so much better than it was when I was in school, but still we need some work here, people. There are so many more people that are neurodivergent. Like nobody even told me that, I didn't even know I had dyslexia until I was in high school. A teacher had to tell me. She's like,
I have
Same with autism for me, Neil. And it's funny. It's funny because afterwards we were like, "Oh, that makes more sense now." Like things
so many things
begin to
make
make
more
sense after. It was like, "Oh, okay, now we get it."
I have two cousins actually who are or were teachers, and they taught special needs kids and things like that. But my middle school was shit on like every level. But they had for people and by people I mean like the guys who were like the bouncing off the walls type of ADHD. They would have like extra tutoring like at the end of the day, and like they never came out of those classes like that extra tutoring having done anything better. Like I was like, I was friends with one of them. I hated the other one's guts. So it's not like I, cared about his education, but one of them was my friend and he'd be like, yeah, we do nothing. And I was like, awesome. I'm so sorry you have to stay an extra hour at school for nothing.
I just wish we had something where we could actually teach kids the way that they need to learn instead of making them go in a box or in a special class. Like, can we just teach kids the way that they need to learn, please?
I mean, every so often there was that one teacher who actually listened, but everyone else never listened. It was like, give me something and let me be distracted because I had to get up and walk around because I could not pay attention. I could not focus. Because I needed glasses too. Half the time they put me in the back, and I'm like, yo, I can't see.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like fidgeting.
I understand that.
Still because I move a lot. So I'm like, I'm trying to hard sit still, and it's like I need to move. But if you move too much, you're being disruptive.
You can't sit in front, but if you can't sit in front, then you can't see. I would just get work done super fast, and then I would need to like still do stuff, so they would let me read.
Yeah, no, I had one son. I would just tell the teacher, I'm like, let him just do whatever. I said, if he's being disruptive, just move him away from the other kids. Like if he's like, I said, just move him away. I said, if you're like this, you'll call his name. Hey, 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 hey. You'll make yourself crazy because you'll be doing it every 2 minutes. I said, 5 minutes before recess, 5 minutes before lunch, or 5 minutes before it's time to go home, say, hey, if your work's not done, you don't get to go to recess. He will get it done in 5 minutes. Just give him 5 minutes. I said, he's listening. He can hear you. He's taking it.
He's absorbing it.
He's absorbing it, but don't make yourself crazy as he's going like this. Don't make yourself crazy trying to rein him in. You're not going to rein him in. You're just going to be like, this kid. Let him be. Tell him 5 minutes before you don't go to recess if your work's not done. And the teachers were like, what? It's amazing. This kid's great. I'm like, he doesn't learn like the other kids. Just let him.
Just gotta know.
Keep talking. He'll hear you. If he's in the room, he's listening.
Okay, so I know that I have 5 guests on here. We are going to do one final sprint, but during outros, I will pop up everyone's Ko-fi link again, and I will put them in the description probably tomorrow morning because after this I might just crash because of the day I've had. It's been a day. It's just been a lot happening. So, with that said, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. that was the end of our final sprint. Ashley, you're first.
Yes. And my microphone is on this time, so yay. Hello, I finished that synopsis, which was really exciting. Yeah, I'm so excited to get to finally write this story. I've been excited about it for 2 years, but been frustrated that it hasn't been coming together. So, like, yay! Charlie's turn.
I just watched YouTube.
Fair.
Valid.
I semi fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie. I did a little thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna show off my characters. So I did a little something on Instagram. I put something on Instagram, and then I was like, I'm missing 2 characters. Who am I missing? So as I started leafing through my notes to figure out who I'm missing, I started to nod off. And I'm like, no, I gotta figure out who I'm missing. So that's what I did.
That's okay. As long as you remember to go back to find out who you're missing, go ahead and get those little naps.
Take the micro sleeps.
Yes, wherever you can get them. I did a little bit of reading, and then I played with Loki, and then I got this because I wanted to show you. I can never get my daughter to take vitamins, Sarah. Since I got this, my daughter keeps coming to steal my vitamins. I'm like,
Right? It's amazing.
vitamins. She's like, but this is cool.
It is. Is anyone surprised that I got the alt purple one?
I almost got the purple one, and I was like, oh, Sarah's got the purple one. I'm going to get the white one.
You could have gotten the purple one. I don't have a claim on the color, but it's anytime I don't do something purple, Kelly's like, blink twice if you're being held hostage. How'd you do?
So I said I was going to get 2, so I might get the other one. How about you, Savion?
I am mentally not here
That is okay. That was our final sprint. We're going to be wrapping up.
because my autism is just, for some reason, I'm slowly shutting down, and so that's what I've been doing.
Autism is autisming.
Yes.
That is okay. I need a link for the pill thing. I will do that.
I got mine on your link, so hopefully it works because I put it in the cart on your link, and then I bought it
sure
later.
It did. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Let me just find it.
And all my vitamins are jelly beans and gummies because I'm a wimp.
Okay, I don't do that. I wish.
I'm a wimp when it comes to taking vitamins. I don't like the way that they smell, and I have a hard time with big pills. So gummies and jelly beans, it is.
I have to take iron because I'm anemic basically, and they're like they were finally like, oh, you don't have hypothyroidism, but you're like essentially anemic, even though they've been thinking that for years and it's never shown up on a test. So it finally showed up on a test. But this is the iron pill I have to take.
Those things are miserable, and they taste like
it's
licking
my
a rusty truck.
Like my thumb. But I just do it all. I take all my things in one go. I just do it really fast, and I do it with water and these energy packs that Kelly got me addicted to because they have caffeine. But they taste delicious. So if I take all my medicine in one go with that, then I don't really taste the ick.
Because the iron pills taste like a truck.
They are the worst. They are the worst. I just sent my sister a picture of her orchid, and she's so happy that I didn't kill it.
You water it once a week. How do you kill it?
I used to not be able to grow anything, so I'm amazed. But I work really hard at not killing the things now because everything used to come to my house to die.
You have to get fish oil gels so that you can swallow them the same way that they're like Advil gels. If you get it as a gel pill, you won't taste it. I hate liquid medicine, but except like when I need cough medicine, I'm like grape, and that's the only thing I can do. I used to have so many like rounds of strep throat, and then it turned out that my tonsils were just completely infected. But I was taking amoxicillin like way too often as a kid that I'm like, liquid medicine is like, can't do it. Okay, with that, let's wrap up. So, Ashley, would you like to remind people who you are and where they can find you? Which is, I'm basically going to share your Ko-fi link, but you can tell them about your other platforms.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Ashley V. Pedigo. I am a writer for children and adults, and a songwriter, and I host productivity sprints over on Twitch. My next one is tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time. I got it. The time, finally. I've been saying standard as if I live in the past. So that's silly. If you want to see this sock when it's done, I will probably post it on on Instagram, which is Ashley B. Pedigo. All of my things are Ashley B. Pedigo, including my Ko-fi. Look at that. That right there. That's how you spell it. Just right there. And that's me. Yay.
My name is Charlie. I make videos about writing and journaling, and I'm probably gonna fall asleep any second now. So sorry, but this has been the latest stream I've ever done. So props to me there.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Grayson. I'm not doing the intro thing because honestly, I can't think straight. But
No worries.
You could find me on Instagram. I would say Twitter, but I'm not really on Twitter that much. But I am on Instagram, and I will be updating more frequently on Ko-fi. There we go. Thank you.
And I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. I'm here on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I host AuthorTube's React, scripting the book, and a writer's wrap-up at the end of the month. You can catch all of those on my YouTube channel. I'm a writer of historical fiction, sci-fi, fantasy, and I'm a Loki mom. That is me. Thank you, Sarah.
Savion, are you here?
What's up, everybody? I am Savion Taylor. I am sorry. I am slowly slipping.
No, it's totally fine. If you weren't here, I would have been like, you can just follow Savion on Ko-fi.
Mentally, I'm slowly slipping. What's up, everybody? I am Savion Taylor, public speaker, college student, and contemporary writer. I am also here on the YouTubes and AuthorTube, known as Cookie King. I make videos over on my channel about my life journey through writing, faith, being artistic, and how chaotic it can be. You can catch me streaming sprints on Fridays at 7 o'clock, and that's who I am. A lot of my links are on my Ko-fi, and so you can go ahead and check that out.
Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry that all my co-hosts are like falling asleep. I didn't plan on going the song, and then more of you just kept coming, and I was like, great. Anyway. I believe everyone in the chat knows who I am, but if you don't, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the self-published author of 6 books, a young adult paranormal romance trilogy and a new adult sci-fi romance trilogy. You can buy signed paperbacks from my Ko-fi page, which is scrolling on the bottom, but also linked above all of our faces for the whole stream. I am the co-creator and co-host of the Writish podcast with fellow author tuber Kelly Wright. We talk about all things writing, publishing, and everything in between. And then also just stuff about life and how sometimes it gets in the way of writing. I am also the publisher of the new publishing company, Inimitable Books, which is focusing on uplifting marginalized voices without forcing marginalized voices to write about the trauma of being a marginalized individual. So if you would like to follow that journey, you can follow it and any of us on Ko-fi for free, but any and all financial support is always welcome. My guest links will be added to the description tomorrow when I'm more awake. also hating crowds. And with that, thank you, everyone. And I will see you on, not this Sunday. Nope. I will see you on the 15th at 9 a.m. Eastern for a stream, because this Sunday is Mother's Day in America. I might do a pop-up stream before the 15th, but yes, that's my next scheduled one. Bye.